You are watching a video from my method, Working the Inner Clock Part 2, recorded in 7 different countries with fantastic guest artists from around the world. Here we are talking about rhythmic awareness, and we're going to be playing along and taking a lesson with the incredible Mr. Pete Lockett.
What better place to talk about this than India, one of the meccas of rhythm. Musicians have the luxury of thinking of many things in ways that will inspire. In fact, there are many things that we need to be aware of that serve as inspiration. If you play music long enough, you will see the need to start thinking of things in ways that are deep in meaning, and that in turn will serve function. The more you can appreciate the beauty of things, the more they will serve you in music. Rhythm, especially, has long held a deep connection to the spiritual side of things for human beings. I believe that being in touch with these things can be highly beneficial for your playing, even if you're only interested in the musical aspects. So let's start our journey into rhythmic awareness at the beginning. Beat 1, the downbeat. In order to increase the power of our inner clock, pulses and subdivisions should be thought of in terms of how they make you feel, not only their placement in time. By thinking this way, you attach emotion to pulses. This can lead you to seeing them as color, as images. This will help you to get in touch with the feelings they have in music, and these feelings will spill over into your playing, in particular your time feel. The downbeat, or beat 1, is a connection that should be very deep. It's the beginning of all things musical and the resolution. We can see this feeling of beginning and resolution everywhere in nature, and when we wrap our musical perspective around this feeling, it can inspire to carry through the hard work it will take to develop a very strong sense of downbeat. In these exercises, we are thinking in 4/4 time. What we want to do is isolate each pulse and subdivision, internalize their effect on music, and if possible, begin to see them in ways we haven't thought of before, as color, as images. Finally, we attach feelings or emotions to them. That is how we create a strong sense with each pulse. In this first experiment, close your eyes and try to tune in to how this makes you feel. I asked students at ACM to participate in these rhythmic awareness exercises.
All
You
right.
feel a bit safe?
Safe, secure, what else?
Secure, yeah.
You don't know?
In time,
In time?
natural time.
Okay. So these are very important feelings to be able to describe, right? What you want to do is emotionalize subdivisions so that they become a part of you when you're playing. If you're just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, it's not going to be enough in the heat of battle. You need to have that stuff embedded in you. You need to know what 1 and 3 is like the back of your hand. And how do you do that? You associate emotion with it. You associate colors and textures with 1 and 3. Right? You feel safe and secure because 1 and 3 is home, down, earth. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. You know, everybody in the world can feel that pretty easily. 1, 2, boom, down, right? It feels like earth. Okay? Any questions?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome to Not in Clave. This song was written by my friend Pete Lockett, great percussionist.
The track came about from putting together two different influences. One being the South Indian concept, and another being some of the Cuban and Latin ideas. For example, I remember seeing a Cuban band at Ronnie Scott's a few years ago, and they did a really interesting track with an odd time signature clave, which I'd never heard before. So I kind of wanted to combine the two. So. Find in South India is you get a very idiomatic style of building, like phrases and passages of rhythm called corvoys, which are long sort of themes that are developed through different ways, and it's a really interesting form of rhythm. And if you don't know that type of music, then I would suggest you have a look at that, because it's really interesting. So what we have with the track really is a simple theme that is kind of corvoy-esque that I've used throughout the whole piece. That's not normally what you would find in South Indian music, but that's how we've used it here. So the theme is actually very simple. 3, 4. Tum ta ta tum tum ta ta tum tum ta ta tum ta 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 tum ta 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 tum ta 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 tum ta. So we got the three phrases tum ta ta tum 3 times, and then ta 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 tum 1 2 3 4 5 3 times. So that's kind of the main rhythmic phrase that we start out with.
Basically, the tune is in 9. Now, let me just outline some of the parts and the approach I had to doing this tune. On the A section of the tune, Pete gave me a transcribed part that he wanted me to play in unison with him. So the way I did it was just kind of took the high tones on the snare and the low tones on the floor tom or bass drum. And so if you look at your chart, you're going to see what it looks like. For now, I'm just going to play you what I play. Okay, that's basically it. The low parts on the floor tom and bass drum, the high parts on the snare.
The actual groove, we have a kind of odd clave. So if we've got the tempo 3 4 dum da 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 dum da 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 1. That's the 1. So that's one cycle of the clave. So kind of interesting way to approach a clave, different way to approach the clave. And that's kind of the main elements of the piece.
What I basically do is a songo in 9. Okay, so to play a songo in 9, I'm just basically playing an open groove, a pretty improvised groove, and I just play a bar of 4 and a bar of 5. Pretty simple. The way he's counting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's lots of fun, takes lots of concentration, but when you get it, it's a lot of fun.
There's only one slight change at the end when we play the theme, if you like, at the end. We extend it. So instead of it being the phrases that we had in the beginning, dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. We changed that the first time to 3 3 3. The second time is 5 5 5, and the third time is 7 7 7. So it kind of all adds up. If we had 5 5 5 3 times, then it would amount to the same length. So we've taken some off of the beginning and put them on the end. That's been the ones at the beginning have been reduced to 3, and the ones from 5, and the ones at the end have been extended from 5 up to 7. So we have dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum da da dum da da dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum da 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 dum da da dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum da da dum da da dum da da dum da.
Just play along with the track, experiment with that groove. You can also play a real basic funk groove if you want, and just keep the cowbell doing your typical songo pattern and just 2 and 4 on the snare. That also sounds good.